United Airlines grounds fleet amid fire alarm. What happened? A shocking incident. The world's largest airline halts operations due to fire alarm. In a surprising turn of events, United Airlines (UA) found itself in a precarious situation on Thursday night when a fire alarm was activated at its operations center located near Chicago O'Hare International Airport, ORD. This prompted the airline to implement an urgent nationwide ground stop affecting its entire mainline fleet, which is the largest in the world, boasting over 1,000 aircraft. As a precautionary measure, flights that were already airborne were instructed to prepare for holding patterns, while the ground stop was lifted within an hour. Thankfully, there were no diversions, and regional flights operated by United Express continued without interruption. Understanding a ground stop. The emergency ground stop was a direct response to the fire alarm at United's primary operations center. This situation necessitated a swift transfer of operations to a backup facility to ensure safety and continuity. A spokesperson for the airline explained that the alarm triggered an immediate evacuation of essential operational personnel, leading to a brief pause in departures across the nation. Fortunately, United Express, which operates independently from the mainline control center, was not affected by this incident. Interestingly, this incident occurred just days after Alaska Airlines (AS) faced a similar disruption, although the two events were not directly related. Alaska Airlines IT outage, a parallel disruption. On the previous Sunday night, Alaska Airlines had to ground its entire mainline fleet due to a significant IT outage. This order, which took effect around 8 p.m. PT, resulted in all Alaska Airlines aircraft being temporarily grounded, including those at major hubs such as Seattle, Portland PDX, Los Angeles LAX, and San Francisco SFO. The system failure also impacted Horizon Air, Alaska's regional subsidiary, which operates an additional 45 aircraft. With a total of 238 Boeing aircraft in its fleet, Alaska Airlines faced hours of grounding, with operations only resuming around 11 p.m. PT. Passengers across the United States experienced extensive delays, with many left stranded on tarmacs. One traveler in Denver, DEN, recounted a frustrating 2-hour delay before being asked to disembark, while another noted that the reliance on manual gate assignments via radio was causing further operational confusion. Alaska Airlines cautioned travelers about potential residual impacts on its schedule extending into the following day, highlighting the ripple effects of such disruptions. The bigger picture, implications for the aviation industry. The simultaneous ground stops by United and Alaska Airlines have raised alarms about the ongoing challenges faced by the Federal Aviation Administration (FAA). These challenges include staffing shortages that have persisted since federal workforce reductions during the Trump administration, which reportedly affected around 400 FAA employees. Concerns regarding operational reliability have been mounting in recent months, and these back-to-back incidents have once again illuminated the vulnerabilities inherent in airline IT systems and centralized operational infrastructures. While both airlines acted swiftly to restore normal services, these temporary shutdowns serve as a stark reminder of the critical need for robust contingency planning in large-scale airline operations. What do you think? As we reflect on these incidents, it's essential to consider the implications for the future of air travel. Are airlines doing enough to safeguard against such disruptions? What measures should be taken to enhance operational reliability? We'd invite you to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Stay connected with us for the latest updates in aviation world. Join our Telegram group for real-time news and follow us on Google News to stay informed. Nationwide ground stop. United Airlines flights affected by Chicago fire alarm. Imagine your entire air travel network shutting down because of a single alarm in one skyscraper. This isn't the plot of a disaster movie, but real life for United Airlines passengers last week. Here's the kicker. A routine fire alarm test at the carrier's Chicago headquarters caused a domino effect that paused every single United flight nationwide for several hours. Let's break this down step by step, because the ripple effects are fascinating and raise some questions about modern airline operations. Event in motion. How a small alert went big. It started with a fire alarm triggering an evacuation of United's Network Operations Center in the Willis Tower, a critical hub managing the carrier's logistical backbone. Within minutes, every United flight across the US was grounded. Yes, industry professionals use that term ground stop, as staff temporarily relocated to a backup facility. The Federal Aviation Administration quickly issued advisories, while travelers inside aircraft and airports heard announcements explaining the delay. Social media lit up, with passenger live streams and posts sharing the surreal experience. But here's where it gets detailed. United clarified that while mainline flights were halted briefly, their United Express regional services were not impacted, a crucial point for travelers relying on connecting flights. Importantly, no flights were diverted, and the air travel network returned to normal operations after staff resumed control. The FAA's advisory underscored that all airports were affected, highlighting how interconnected US air traffic systems have become. The bigger picture, why this matters. United operates 4,600 daily flights during peak travel periods. That's roughly equivalent to one flight every 15 seconds. Yet even with such scale, a single incident in their corporate HQ could create nationwide delays. This raises an interesting debate. Are these safety protocols overly cautious or absolutely essential? Consider this. While the alarm was resolved quickly, the sheer magnitude of halted flights shows how critical centralized operation centers have become. But is there potential to decentralize these systems further to prevent such cascading effects? What travelers experienced? Passengers documented their experiences on platforms like X, formerly Twitter, sharing snippets of cabin announcements and airport notices. United chalked up the delays to the temporary evacuation, emphasizing that the safety of their operations center and staff remained the priority. This incident becomes a case study in risk management, balancing immediate safety concerns with the inevitable operational disruptions. Critical takeaways. 1. Airline operations are highly centralized. One building serves as a linchpin for nationwide flight management. 2. Safety takes precedence. Even non-life-threatening incidents trigger immediate climate responses. 3. Regional services have independent systems. Despite the mainline ground stop, express flights continued without disruption. Final thoughts. Safety versus inconvenience. This event sparks important questions. Should a single alarm trigger such sweeping operational changes? Is there a middle ground between caution and efficiency? For now, United's response seems to err on the side of abundant caution. But travelers and industry watchers alike might ponder whether future emergencies could benefit from more nuanced protocols, especially as airlines manage increasingly complex systems. What's your take? Would you prioritize absolute safety over flight delays in this scenario? Let's discuss in the comments. United flights delayed at Eastern Iowa Airport. Fire alarm causes nationwide ground stop. Imagine being stranded at Eastern Iowa Airport, staring up at the departure board, only to see your flight delayed indefinitely. That's exactly what happened to many travelers on Thursday evening. But here's where it gets interesting. It wasn't due to weather or mechanical issues. Instead, it was a fire alarm at United Airlines Operations Center that caused the chaos. Let's dive into the details. On July 24, 2025, at approximately 10:19 p.m. Central Daylight Time, United Airlines experienced an unexpected hiccup that led to significant delays for flights coming in and out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. A fire alarm at the airline's operations center prompted employees to evacuate and relocate to a backup facility. As a precautionary measure, United Airlines implemented a temporary nationwide ground stop, halting all flights until the situation was resolved. While the ground stop added to the inconvenience for passengers, airport officials confirmed that no flights were diverted, and the halt was eventually lifted. This incident serves as a reminder of how interconnected and vulnerable our air travel system can be, even when faced with seemingly minor disruptions. And this is the part most people miss: how such incidents can have far-reaching effects on travel schedules and passenger experiences. So, what do you think? Should airlines have better contingency plans in place to handle unexpected situations like this? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.